How y'all doing? Back to my Sunday school days. Yeah, one of the wonderful, well, there's a bunch of wonderful things and stuff, but one cool thing is I used to have an assistant. Her name was Kelsey Dazzle. You know, I pretty much met her around like when she was like 10 years old. Now I think she's like 20. Is she 21 yet? I can't remember. You know, it's just been so long and everything. But, you know, I have, as a neurodivergent, I believe, I have this gift for kind of seeing potential in other people and stuff. So I never saw her as an incapable child or just an assistant to do grunt work or anything like that. I saw that she had a lot of potential and she had a lot of passion for the children, really loved the children stuff. So I would delegate a lot of duties to her and stuff. It got to the point where she would lead the entire class. She would lead the lessons. She would give the snacks out and all that stuff. She would pretty much be in charge as a little kid of other little kids and stuff. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, wouldn't have put someone in that position and stuff. But like I said, I saw the capabilities that she had inside of herself and stuff. So I supported that. And you know, I'm a cheerleader. I'm a cheerleader at heart. I love cheering people on and stuff. So it was a wonderful experience watching her grow, you know, in that role. And not just in that role, but in her confidence, in her belief in herself, in her belief that she is capable of doing things and stuff. And I know that's something that transferred on, you know, beyond the Sunday school class and all that stuff and everything. But, you know, like yesterday where I said that, you know, 4 and 5 year old kids, they know what's going on around them and stuff. They're not as naive and ignorant as people think they are. The same thing with a lot of these older, you know, young kids like that and stuff. They have a lot of capabilities. You can delegate them to do things and stuff. Now, not in a mean, tell you go to, not that kind of a way, but in a supportive way. In a, I got your back with this. You can do this. I know you can do this. You have it in you. You know, a support, a cheerleader. You can cheer your children on. You really can. You can cheer them on. You don't have to just yell at them and tell them what to do and stuff. You can cheer them on, support them, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know. So just another story that kind of went along with, you know, with my relationship with children, if you will, and stuff, and just something to think about. So have an awesome Thursday. You're an awesome, amazing human being, and I love you so much. Peace out. Bye.